Good evening, everybody. Today we will be talking during our presentation about your data security, and we will explain you why is it important to back up your Jira and not only to back up and to have the possibility to restore all of your data. So my name is Khrystyna. I'm a program manager at GitProtect, and I have my friend with me, Błażej, who is our head of sales, right?
Sales team leader. Yeah.
Okay. So you can turn on the slide. A couple of words about our company. So we work for GitProtect. GitProtect is a product of our mother company, Xopero. Xopero is on the market for more than 15 years. We are both SOC 2 Type 2 and ISO 27K compliant, and we are coming from the pure cybersecurity company. When I talk about GitProtect, this product was released like 3 years ago, and it's pretty successful because in 3 years we have protected more than 1 million of repos. We have a lot of customers all over the world, and we are the market. We do have the app on the marketplace, but I always say that we are not the app on the marketplace because we are a standalone SaaS platform, and we protect not only Atlassian, not only Jira and Bitbucket. We also work with GitHub, GitLab, and Azure DevOps. And to be honest, between us, Atlassian is just a small part of our business. The smallest one, I would call it this way, but it's growing rapidly, and that's why we are here. And we started last year with the events, and we feel that we are pretty successful.
So don't be fooled by the name GitProtect. Like, we grew from GitHub, GitLab protection, but seeing the need in the market, we actually know that Jira and all in all, the full Atlassian stack needs security and protection as well. So GitProtect is the name, but we definitely work on and see the need in the Atlassian marketplace as well.
Yeah, so just to show you everything I have told, so when we talk about the GitProtect, we talk about DevOps stack, so it's GitHub, GitLab, Azure DevOps, Jira, and Bitbucket. Confluence is coming like in a month, but our mother company work with the virtual machines, services, databases, endpoints, and we have a lot of customers who use both Xopero and GitProtect, just letting you know. As those are our customers, do you have your favorite ones?
I am not the one to actually pick any favorite one because I love all of them. But mostly, if you look at these, you would think that me joining this company, I would think that tech companies would actually need such a solution. But to be honest, it's actually all the traditional businesses now use Jira, you use DevOps environments. So when it comes to the interest that we have from the market and the customers that we cooperate with, this would be highly regulated industries like finance, retail as well, fintech, manufacturing to automotive. So a wide range of big businesses who need their data to be protected, not only because of, let's say, the issues they've had with the data protection, but also because of the need to be compliant with lots of different certification types and regulations.
Yeah, so I don't know who did this slide, but I don't see my favorite ones, but still, like, there is great companies here, like, for example, General Electric's State of California is our customers, while Telecom Argentina, my favorite one is Scriptrunner. But anyways, let's move on. Yeah, so, and of course, everybody loves us. We have great feedbacks on Coursera and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe the next slide, yeah. So talking about the product itself, I know that we are on the Atlassian Events, so today we will be talking about Jira mostly. So usually customers ask, like, what do you protect inside of our Jira? And the answer is everything, like, what do you have inside of the Jira? So we work with Jira software and Jira service management, and we do protect Jira assets and Jira automation rules. And this is a very huge case for our customers, especially assets, because we do protect assets with their original IDs. And even this year, actually in California, when we had a chat with Atlassian about this, they were pretty impressed. Of course, they had a chat with our technical team, right? And they were pretty impressed, and they told that the fact that we can protect Jira with the original IDs, it's very valuable. And even for Atlassian, they might consider this tool for them as well. So
this is a secret we didn't yet share with them. So.
Yeah.
But what's important, especially when speaking to customers about that, is that this thing about those original IDs allows them, when it comes to, let's say, copying or recovering any of their Jira instances, to make sure that all the integrations they have, the workflows they have, work seamlessly. So there's no manual need to actually update that. So that's definitely a time saver and a problem solver in that case.
So now I will speak briefly about the reasons why our product is very important right now. First of all, it's because of the shared responsibility model. To be honest, when I talk to the partners and to their customers, they usually say that customers simply don't know that they are responsible for their own data. If you take a look at this, it's simply from Atlassian, and by the way, not only from Atlassian, also GitHub, GitLab, like Microsoft overall, they also work according to the shared responsibility model, meaning that Atlassian is responsible for your hosting, for a system, and for application, and you as a customer, you're responsible for the users, policy and compliance, marketplace apps, and to secure your data, right? So yeah, this is just a screenshot. So Atlassian can provide you with a backup, but those backups, they are not reverse the customer initiated destructive changes, and those changes, they include something like overwriting fields using scripts, deleting something like issues, projects, roles, maps, sites, whatever. And to avoid this, even Atlassian recommends you to run the regular backup of your data. Totally the same with Microsoft. Maybe the next slide, we also
What's most important is that the human mistakes are the usual issues that happen when it comes to data loss. So that's why it's so crucial to actually have a solution to that.
Yeah. So totally the same approach with GitHub, GitLab. They all say that your role, this is, by the way, the screenshot from Atlassian, that your role is to create the backup of your own data. Talking about compliance, I don't like this topic. Can you raise your hand if you do? Okay, so now I have few slides about that, but we will skip most of them. Compliance is a big issue for a lot of customers right now, right? And comparing to a few years ago, right now, it's really very, very important to write this question. So with our product, maybe you can turn on the slide, yeah. So for example, if you or your customer is looking to obtain ISO 27K certificate, according to that, you have to run the regular backup of your data and to test recovery as well. Yeah, the next slide, again, like it's totally the same with SOC 2 Take 2. For example, according to the trust service criteria, you have to have the backup of your data. You have to have the ability to offer disaster recovery. By the way, disaster recovery has to be a real disaster recovery, not just 2 words. Then your data has to be encrypted and all of that. And our solution actually helps with that. So again, if you are looking for any of those certifications, or you are following DORA, Digital Operational Resilience Act in Europe, you have to have backup of your data and to the possibility to test the recovery of your data. So according to our vision, backup is kind of easy. I'm sure that maybe even in this auditorium we have people who can script their own backup, but much more difficult is to restore the data. And we believe that if you can restore your data anytime you want, you are safe. So just summing up all of that, our product provides you with immutable backup storage, which is unchangeable. You have the possibility of granular restore and disaster recovery. Your backup will be automated with us. Our retention policy is unlimited, and you have audit-ready reporting. Okay, so talking that was the second reason, right? So I mean, shared responsibility with the first one, then compliance, and then let's talk about the threats which are right now available for DevOps ecosystem. If you take a look at this slide, how do you think which threats are really real for you? External threats? Did you have any experience with ransomware attacks? Yeah, yeah. I don't know which one you're talking about, but they could use it. Oh, you know. You. Okay. Like any other ideas which
Yeah.
But with very fast findings then.
Okay. What about natural disasters, for example? Like for me, when I saw this slide for the first time, I was like, okay, guys, you can't be serious. Like really right now, natural disasters. But to be honest, yeah, there were a couple of cases. For example, OVH Cloud, this company, they were on fire a couple of years ago in Strasbourg and their data center just burned. AI is a threat. By the way, in order to put these two letters here on this slide, our content team, they did a huge research about the AI and their, like, if it's a threat, because right now we talk only about the advantages of AI. And they read a lot of stuff. And overall, right now with AI, you don't have to be Fortune 500 company to be attacked, because with AI you can be just middle-sized business and you are under attack.
It's not only attack with AI, especially that speaking with our customers, not only from the dev, but also Atlassian ecosystem. They have lots of new members of the teams introducing, let's say, AI tools, which can, if not used properly, override some data. So they, of course, they are very useful to actually speed up the work, but then they can also do some mistakes on the end of the project, which then relates to a threat, to something being deleted or changed by mistake. So that's definitely something connected to that. And not only AI, but accidental or intentional deletion of data is also something connected, not only to someone, let's say, clicking the wrong button or maybe doing something, hey, they fired me, so I will remove something. But there are also like integrations and apps which in the background can actually make some changes if you just press, like, let's say, okay on the prompts to push some change in either the DevOps ecosystem or the Atlassian stack the system. It actually can bring some changes, and we've seen those cases with our customers saying, hey, nobody actually has done that, but we know that the data was lost. So that's also like something that might be there in the background, might not be visible, but that can actually cause.
And from our customers, which like cases are the most common among those? Yeah, that's true. Is to be honest, it's like 80% of our cases. Someone has deleted by accident or not by accident, some junior Jira admin. Okay, let's move on. So what can be wrong? As we have told, just small mistakes every day. That's one of my favorite questions to my friends who are developers and who work with Jira. My question is like, in case you don't have the access to a Jira, how many days you can like keep working? And usually the answer is like, if I don't have the access to my Jira, I don't work, right? But on the daily operations, Jira project can be deleted by the mistake, and broken attachments, and of course, Bitbucket integrations, breaks repo structure, all of that. That's just daily issues. Talking about this question, like how long can you work without your Jira? When I was doing this, starting this job a year ago, I was on a way with with our CTO, Greg. We were going to Berlin to the AC event as well, and we were talking about all of that. And he's running our whole developers department. And I've asked him, okay, Greg, we talk about this a lot. We tell people a lot of stuff, but how many days will your developers will be able to run if they don't have the access to their Jira? And he told me that, to be honest, like maybe 1 day, up to 2 days. Up to 2 days, I can arrange their job. Maybe we can do it in Slack. But after 2 days, I'm sending my 50 developers to the paid leave. And then we were counting how much is it to send 50 developers from the cybersecurity company to the paid leave for 2 weeks, for example. And it was much cheaper to get a GitProtect for 50 people, right? Okay, so the next one. So what are very common scenarios and how our product can solve them? For example, someone has deleted something by accident, and you can use the granular restore option in order to get back specific information you have deleted. The account is compromised or the project was wiped. You can use the full disaster recovery, so you can get back the whole of your Jira instance. And if the platform is down, for example, Atlassian is down, you can use cross-restore the option. It means that in case of Jira, you can restore your Jira to the new account, the old account, or even restore the information to your local computer, to your local device. In case of Bitbucket, you can restore it to GitHub, GitLab, to all of that, other platforms.
And that's also a use case with the cross restore between like DevOps platforms. Of course, that's our customers use either for, let's say, treating this as a disaster recovery, or even for management purposes and just migrating through different types of tools. What's crucial is that, you know, with GitProtect, you can actually set up automated backups, which are basically on a set and forget schedule. So you just set them depending on your needs. They can be set for either the full scope of your whole Jira organization or the DevOps organization. And then if something happens, as with the case of accidental repo deletion or some other, let's say, a piece of Jira stack, for example, you can then select that specific part prior to its deletion and actually restore that without affecting the rest of the organization. So in any case of either like integrations, human mistakes, you can just continue work and create those correct versions after they were compromised or removed by mistake.
I hate this slide because I love Atlassian and it changed my life like 10 years ago. But we have to talk about that sometimes Atlassian goes down, right? And it never went down like totally completely, but the biggest problem was a few years ago when around 800 of the customers, they didn't have the access to the Jira, and those were enterprise level customers. So just again, I don't like to talk about that, but we just have to be prepared for the disaster than just to face it.
Khrystyna, it's actually showing how we support Atlassian, right? Because if the customers had an issue with the Jira being down, we are actually there to help them save their data. And when Jira comes back up again, we actually help the customers restore the data back to Jira, right? So that's all basically something to keep in mind.
Right. Yeah. So also we will compare right now Atlassian Backup, which was released a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
or
awesome.
recently.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of questions are raised by our customers, so it's a hot topic, and we have talked with Anton about that. So let's just go briefly through that. So overall, I believe that Atlassian Backup is a really good solution, but it's available right now for enterprise level customers, and as soon as it will be generally available for everybody, it will be paid app, right? So you will have to pay for your either Atlassian Backup or third-party backup. The problem is that if you're using Atlassian Backup, you are violating the 3-to-1 backup rule. And it means that you have to have 3 copies of your backup in 2 different locations, and one has to be outside of your organization. So if you are like doing Atlassian Backup inside of Atlassian, it's kind of not the best solution maybe, but overall, it might be good for a number of companies. Yeah, so you see the difference here. Yeah, maybe the next slide. What is important here that Atlassian can back up your data only once per day, and there is no custom schedules. In our case, there is a custom, like you can schedule your backup the way you want. To be honest, it depends on the Jira instance, but it will run up to 3 times per day because of the API limitations. But the first backup will be full. The next one will be incremental and differential. So this also means a lot. Talking about the storage options with us, with Atlassian, you will store your data inside of Atlassian for 2 weeks, and then you can export your data to AWS for 30 more days. And after that, your data is gone. In our case, you can store your data in our storage, which is unlimited, and it will be provided for free to all of our customers, or you can store your data anywhere else in any other S3 compliant storage, or you can also use on-prem storage, so your local storage as well. And our data retention is unlimited. So as soon as you are our customer, your data will stay with us. In case of Atlassian, you will lose your data in basically 45 days. And we know that for a number of customers, it's a no-go solution because of this one.
Yeah, especially like once again, highly regulated industries need at least 5 or even 7 years to actually have access to the data, even if it was archived on their end, they need to have access for some audit logs. That's when it comes to like different types of storages. What Khrystyna mentioned about the on-premise storage and storing the data on a device. It's actually our foundation from the infrastructural backup at Xopero that allows us to do it when it comes to the flexibility on that. There was a question that popped up on the chat, I believe, about Atlassian backup and the scheduler. There is a scheduler, I agree, but there are no custom schedules with the Atlassian backup. So with GitProtect, you can essentially create unlimited number of backup plans for your Jira full organization or maybe specific parts of the organization. So either granular or full backups, and then each of them can have different schedules. Let's say some running on a monthly basis, some running on a daily basis, some running even on an hourly basis, and even with a mix of full backup and incremental backup. So let's say what we usually for big enterprises, what we usually propose is like a full monthly backup of the whole data. Of course, it takes more time and more resources, and then incremental backups of only the data that added up since the last copy, done on an hourly basis for like teams that work on a let's say I would say a higher momentum. So this is actually something that allows you to also optimize the backup work and not interfere with your day-to-day job working on the Jira instance. So once again, Atlassian has the scheduler, but it's not as flexible as the one that's available in GitProtect. But thanks for the question. Not sure where's the camera.
And during the event in Barcelona, we were asked by a lot of partners and customers if Atlassian won't kill our solution. And from what we feel right now, that there is much more demand for a backup after Atlassian rose this question. But of course, a lot of customers are testing Atlassian backup. So for us, it's one of the competitors, and we are always happy to say that just test everything and come back, right? Okay, so
to each its own. To each its own, because like it depends on the size of the organization usually, and the requirements and the compliance policies that they need to comply with. So that's definitely the thing here.
So Atlassian doesn't provide the granular restore, we do provide. So in case something happened, you don't have to restore the whole Jira instance, just choose whatever you want, whatever you have lost.
And that's crucial for the business continuity, because if you actually do like a full restore, it actually disables you from working on the Jira instance. And then if you use granular restore, let's say restoring just specific projects, you can continue working on that, and the restore task is happening in the background. Plus, what's crucial here is that for some audits, like especially once again for say financial customers that we have, they need to have an option to restore some projects but exclude attachments which might be confidential data, right? So with us, with granular restore, that's possible. I believe there was also one question, but I just missed it, so I cover it.
It's just a
Okay.
question to ask the question.
No worries. Definitely. It's working. So
Maybe come back for a second. Also, as I told, we provide you with a manual restore target, so you can restore your data to the new account, all account, your local device, anytime restore. So you had the accident on Monday, you go back to Sunday, you get your data back. Cross-instance restore, again, we can restore your data regardless of the geographical location. For example, like US, Europe, it doesn't matter for us. Also from sandbox to production.
And that's with the cross restore within Jira itself. It's also like a case that we see with lots of big customers. One of our customers actually informed us they are currently, once again, I guess hot topic, migrating from data center to cloud. They are now planning which instances and which projects or which pieces of data actually to restore, and they found out that they have some organizations they didn't even know about that are still active. So our tool can also be used to consolidate that and just create one, let's say, even if you have some outdated archived data or data that should be archived, you can actually consolidate that, migrate everything into one piece that you are currently working on, just to make sure that you are not having a mess in the instance itself.
And no user recovery option is very common case for the mergers and acquisitions of the companies. Okay, so maybe next one. Retention, as I told, our retention is unlimited, so your data stays with us as long as you're our customer. We meet all the compliance needs and share responsibility model needs as well. Unlimited replication, any storage. So actually, I think that's...
I mentioned the example with financial customers needing to exclude some attachments, but of course, like we back them up. So if there is a need to restore them, we have the attachments and the metadata included in the backup fully restorable.
Okay, so if you are building your Jira backup strategy, what do we believe you should to take into consideration? First of all, you should cover everything, including assets, automation rules, like everything what is inside of your Jira. Retention has to be unlimited. We know that some of our competitors, they keep your data for like a couple of months, maybe for a year. With us, it's just unlimited. Multi-storage options, you are the one who choose where to store your data. By the way, it's a very common case for our customers in Germany, especially. So we provide them with on-demand storage. Then by the way, we have the option of granular backup as well, because we were talking about only granular restore. But with us, you can, if you have some important project which you need to back up like every, I don't know, couple of hours, just use the granular backup option. We are ready to every scenario in terms of disasters. Like in case everything is down, Jira is down, Atlassian is down, like the whole world is down, you still get the access to your data because GitProtect is never down. It's impossible. It's just totally impossible because it's made on a very sophisticated like architecture because we are part of a cybersecurity company. So like you are totally safe no matter what. Many data restore destinations, as I have told. And by the way, as I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, our solution is a standalone SaaS platform. And usually we have like 80% of our customers are those who use Jira plus something. GitHub, GitLab, all of that. That's why we don't have a lot of sales with the marketplace because mostly when they start talking about Jira, they want to include something else, right? But it's very good to be covered all under one umbrella because you just enter your instance and then you are just adding whatever you want there and all is set.
We mentioned the markets that actually need different types and full flexibility for storing the data, but I think we didn't mention one thing that's also an important part of our solution. So we support the storage of the data on an on-prem device, and we see that especially in the German market and the finance industry that they need to have a copy of the data on a local device, but sometimes they are also not so keen on using a cloud solution, even the management console, and we actually have an option to deploy the GitProtect solution on a local device as well. So that's also something that allows you to be sure that your data doesn't leave your location. So that's also, of course, it's not, I would say, the usual use case. Usually the customers just go for like the SaaS cloud management console and backup agent, but it's also something that can be done, or even on a hybrid mode, having like the management console on a SaaS platform and then deploy the backup agents on an on-prem device. One thing that we didn't share here, Khrystyna mentioned that a few times, that our solution is actually a solution. It's not an app, and we have all those aspects that are including those features that we propose. But apart from that, it's something that we share, I would say, not so often, and we should do it more often, is our support. Because like we not only after you become our customer, we offer full support, but before you actually commit to anything, we are fully open. We have our solution expert team, our support team, our customer success team to help you configure the tool, test out the tool without any commitment, just on a free trial, just to see if you can meet your requirements. It's also a learning phase for us because we've been on the market for long. We try to increase our product portfolio. As mentioned previously, GitProtect is the name, but we have Atlassian Stack now, Jira, Bitbucket, Confluence upcoming. So we try to grow and try to find solutions that are right for our customers. So our solution team, our support team is always ready there for you before you actually commit to any plan. And then, of course, after you become our user, that's definitely something that we can support. So it's not only for the customers, but also for the solution partners, an important part that we can support you throughout any sales process that you go through or implementation process that you go through.
Yeah, so just I think it's almost the last slide just to show how does it work. So you simply add your organization, you choose your schedule and just run your backup. You can, of course, as I mentioned, protect your Jira, Bitbucket, and Confluence is coming. Then your recovery, like the second half of this, the recovery is ready. You can choose no user recovery option. as I told, a very common case in case of mergers of the companies. You can migrate from cloud to cloud, from cloud to local. Then you can choose granular restore or total disaster recovery and point in time restore. So just go back to any point of time you want and restore the information from there. And to export your data to your new account, same account, or to your local device. And we don't mention that, but actually our tool is also very good for data migration. To be honest, when we have customers who just want to migrate their data with GitProtect, and they can do it very easily with the free trial. We have like 2 weeks free trial, and they can do it easily, but it's just not our main feature, I would call it this way, but still very important here that you can migrate your data regardless of location. I believe we are the only one who is providing this feature. Yeah, and I believe this one is the last one. So DevOps backup and disaster recovery, no code implementation, very easy solution. You don't have to hire people. It's very easy to understand. The schedules, automatic schedules, you can just choose how to schedule your own backup. First backup will be always full, then incremental and differential. Then you don't have to check every day what's going on, because you will simply get alerting by email or by Slack that everything is all is good. You can grant additional admin accounts, like as many as you want, and of course not everyone will get the access to your backup data. By the way, one of the questions which is being asked by the customers is like, do you see our data? Who can have the access to our backup data? And the answer to this question is like, no, we don't see your data, and you don't see your data, because our solution provides you with encryption, and it's totally unreadable format. It's immutable. And it's also very important because we come from cybersecurity, and we know that some of our competitors, they simply provide like a backup with a simple JSON file, which is not, security, right? So also multiple storages in use. It's up to you where to store your data, but just reminding that we do provide you with our unlimited free storage, which is based on Wasabi in Amsterdam. Monitoring SLA reports, you have the option of disaster recovery and cross recovery between the instances, granular restore, and anti-ransomware protection. As I told, your data is encrypted, immutable, and unreadable. According to Gartner, 75% of enterprises they believe that backup is very important. Right now, it's only like last year it was only 15%. So those guys, what is the problem and why it will be important to back up your data and to be sure that you can recover the data anytime you want and no matter what.
That's totally Gartner, because we spoke about the events that we attended, Atlassian team, GitHub Universe as well, because GitHub Universe didn't only have like GitHub attendees, but also like clients using Jira and Atlassian Stack. It's something that we hear and see that this definitely is a need, and the awareness is growing, especially with lots of either global outages or manual removals of some data. It's something that the customers now know they need.
Yeah, like a few years ago, we still did some like educational job. Right now, they never ask like, why do you need to back up your data? They just know the best product which works. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, Khrystyna has a link to the demo queue. So if anyone would like to discuss with us how this tool could actually work either for you or for your customers, definitely reach out to us. We also have our contact details, so feel free to do some screenshots here. We'll definitely there to talk and see how we can actually fit that to your needs. Thank you.
Thank you.